Texas Tech Red Raiders, the Texas Tech Lady Raiders, with a huge get, y'all. The transfer portal. We picked up a player that has been on our radar for quite some time, and
Guilty.
finally, I'm saying we. I'm talking Shelby and me.
I'll give you
And
credit.
that
Yeah.
and that's with Denae Fritz. Yeah, we've been talking about her for so long, and it is so hyped to finally have the pen on paper. The announcement is made. Denae Fritz, the 5'11" forward from Baylor, had some time in Baylor, had some time with Iowa State, and now she's gonna be with the Lady Raiders. And the type of player Denae is, she's got that swagger, she's got that hooper mentality. When I think of a hooper, Denae Fritz comes to mind, and I am
That's
so
a good
stoked.
definition.
I'm so stoked to see her in some scarlet and black. And welcome to the 806. And you might see on my little caption here, I came up with this. It's 80 Fritz because
It's
it
pretty solid.
sounds like 806, and I'm just gonna roll with it. So
I
Denae,
love it.
well, welcome to Lubbock. And wow, let's get into it. Let's talk about who Denae is, her background, what we've seen from her, and we got a couple of clips, so make sure y'all are watching along to that. But yeah, where do we start? What do we talk about that we
Yeah,
haven't already said?
that's
Let's
true.
roll with it.
Yeah, I think what you're getting in Denae Fritz is a very versatile player that makes this team very versatile in the way that she can play. She's 5'11", combo guard. Her high school coach has said coming into college she could play 1 through 5. I hope to goodness we never have to play Denae Fritz at the 5.
Please.
That means something's gone wrong. But if she gets stuck down there, she'll battle her butt off, and she's done it before. She actually did play down low. You'll see it in some of the clips with Baylor and Iowa State over the years because they had trouble with at the 5 spot with injuries and such, and she fought down there. But I think we're bringing her in as a player that can maybe have a chance to be more of a primary ball handler for the first time in her career, have the ball in her hands a little bit more than she has at these other schools where she was still a very impactful player, a very highly thought of player around the country, definitely a very highly thought of player around the Big 12. And most of all, what excites me about Denae Fritz, besides that hooper mentality, that swagger, that energy that she cannot help but bring to the game, is she's a Big 12 proven player. And in my
Yeah.
opinion now, we for sure have 3 Big 12 proven guards on your team. And if there is any way we can find a way to get them all on the court at the same time, that's why I think she'll be given a chance to play that primary ball handler role in some form. They will figure that out, and they will try to do that because, oh man, we saw so many junk defenses last year with Bailey and Jazzy out there triangle and twos because those were the two they were trying to stop, right? There wasn't another consistent threat. Denae can be that consistent threat if we can get them out there at the same time. But the cool thing is she can also play off ball. She can move on over to the 2 to 3, even down to the 4 if she needs to. If Bailey gets the ball in transition, gets the layup, there's no need for her to stop everything and hand it to Denae. She can just run the break, and Denae can slide on over and be the 2 on the opposite side of Jazzy. Or if Yvonne is in the game at the same time running the point, fine, Denae can slide over whoever has the hot hand. Like, it adds a lot of versatility to this team. And I'm excited for her as a player most of all because she had a lot of hype coming out of Iowa State after being all Big 12 freshman team member there at Iowa State. And it didn't quite go her way at Baylor, but she still had impactful minutes there. And man, I am hype. I think this is this is such a great chance for her to really fulfill this high ceiling player. High ceiling player as we'll get into her pedigree, but whew, that's my best overview of her overall and what we're getting. But I've been excited about Denae Fritz for a while, and I'm so happy that we get to watch her in the scarlet and black now and be a fan of hers.
It's cute. It's huge. It's huge. I keep looking at her stats and watching some clips and before we started recording this, and like that hooper and that mentality. But I'm also just loving these rebounds that I'm seeing from her. Like her stats with rebounds. To me just shows so much. You probably don't even really need to watch. I mean, you do. You should watch her play. You have no choice to in a minute, but seeing those stats is telling a story of what she's capable of, but also where she can continue to grow. And I think, like you said, the versatility, and you're throwing out all these different combos, and I'm thinking in my head, like, it's just firing off like, oh my goodness. I think this is a perfect fit for her. And I love that Coach Gerlich and company secured this player. I think she's going to do really, really well with what we're building here, and to have that versatility. And just when you think, yeah, I shut down the Bailey option, I shut down the Jazzy option, good luck shutting down every other option that we have with what we have so far, and the caliber of this team. Potential through the roof.
Yeah, she's a huge there's a lot of high potential players on this team. It's a very
Mm-hmm.
potential-based team that they've built, and that means it's not a sure thing, but those 3 players have proven it at some point in their careers at the Big 12 level, so that gives you a lot of hope. And I even heard, and guys, take this for what it's worth, right? But this was back in the fall. I was paying attention to her time at Baylor because, again, I was a fan of her at Iowa State. And I heard from some reporters, friends that I have in that area, that she absolutely worked Texas A&M in a closed practice scrimmage before the season. I'm talking worked them. Like, lots of points, rebounds, like she was out there doing the damn thing. And then for whatever reason fell out of the rotation as the season went on with Baylor. A lot of guards there. But she still had a really big impactful minutes towards the end of the year and helped them get to the Sweet 16. She was in that game, and you'll see some clips from it against Virginia Tech. Every impactful moment of the game to the end of the game, and the buzzer sounded on defense. She was getting subbed in for her defensive energy, but she can absolutely fill it up when she gets her confidence back on offense too. So I agree. That's a fun trio. And all these other pieces we have too, whoever she's on the court with, she's going to play off well. And we haven't even talked about the 4 and the 5 position, but that's not what this episode's about. Just the guards we have on this team are really fun, and she's one of them. So just a little bit more of a background before we get into it more. Why we say she has such a high potential, high ceiling player. She kind of was her. She was another of those players that was her in high school. She was one of the best basketball players to ever do it in the state of Tennessee, where she was raised. She was 2021 Miss Tennessee basketball, and also runner-up for the same exact award in 2020. Almost won it back-to-back years, which is stupid.
Yeah.
She broke her high school rebounding record. Sibby talked about the way she rebounds. You won't see many guards attack the ball in the way she does on these clips. She is always around the ball, and that's evident by the fact that she broke her high school rebounding record as a 5'11" guard, averaging like over 11 boards a game. And that's because she played the 1 through the 4 for them, and she was all over, but she was doing it down there. She goes on to Iowa State, and she has a really impactful freshman season there on a team that was picked to finish first in the Big 12 to start the year. They lost their first-round WNBA draft pick, like the first or second game of the season, or the Big 12 season, and they still ended up finishing 4th, and then still went on to win the Big 12 tournament. She started 31 games for that team on a really experienced level team, and she was one of the most impactful players in every single one of those games. They don't win a lot of those games without her effort and her contributions. She was all Big 12 freshman team member the same year that Bailey was, and we've talked about it before, that way they would talk a little shit to each other in games, back and forth, and they were just happy to have someone talk back with them. They're going to have so much fun now getting to be teammates. God. Practices are going to be in fuego with those two. I mean, I want to be there. Can someone mic them up? I want to hear it. I want to hear it. And she put up stats while she was at Iowa State. 8.8 points per game, 4.6 rebounds per game, 1.6 assists. Wait for it, and this is stupid. 1 block a game at the Division I Big 12 level as a 5'11" guard.
What are you doing? Yeah.
1 block a game. If that doesn't tell her hustle, her heart, her energy, her athleticism, her ability, I don't know what will, to be honest. That to me is the most impressive stat she had that year. It tells me a lot about her.
Yeah, having so much of like a roundedness to her, but to seeing different areas of when she's given the time to shine. Like, you're the ball handler. Let's see what we can do. Let's get to work. It seems like this is a perfect next level for her, and her next opportunity for her to really flourish. So good to hear.
Let's just show you some of these clips, and then stick around, like, where are you going? But after the clips, while I was digging for her article that's on the website now, you can read about this in there too, I found some of the most fun tweets about her that fans said about her, media said about her, and her time at Iowa State primarily. And these are the same things that you guys watching this, fans, are going to be finding yourself tweeting about this player come November through March next year. You're going to be saying these same things, and the reason you're going to be saying them is the clips you're about to watch. You're probably about to be saying them right now as you watch these clips. You're going to get to know Denae Fritz if you don't know her already. So here's just a highlight reel. It shows that swagger, that energy. You've seen this. We've shown it on the live show, but in case you missed that, here you go.
Flash. Mine.
Fritz picks it up, spins around, puts it up. Good!
What?
Fritz into the lane, fading away, lays it in off the glass. Shovels it up, and count the basket!
Tell Tell him.
There you go. She brings an edge and a swagger to this team that we need more players like that. She's not afraid to show her emotions in a good way, in my opinion, and this team needs more players like that to bring that out in others. So she's not going to let us show up soft. Just put that down in writing. Not a team with Denae Fritz on it. And you're about to see that. And these are more game clips. Like, you're like, okay, cool. A highlight package is a highlight package. I went and clipped a lot of these clips myself by watching the full Oklahoma-Iowa State game in the championship and the Texas game. So it's not like I just went and cherry-picked the best stuff, right? It was a full game where I'm like, she did it this, and she did it this possession, she did it again. Like, it was a continuous thing. It's the way she plays. I'm not saying she's perfect. Mistakes are made. But she is a fun player.
Sure.
And this package kind of goes in order. You're going to see it. So the first one is kind of more of her in the lane play, her off the dribble ability to go get a bucket stuff right here, and one in the lane. That footwork. Like, watch her footwork on this replay. The way she plays off 2 feet is so impressive. Under
creating
under
it. Yeah.
It gives you that's what gives you a little bit of confidence that she can handle that point guard spot. Another one, she just takes the punishment. This is when she's at Baylor. Look at this knock.
It's like
unconcerned.
Check.
This is her ability to shoot, catch and shoot player. She's really good at it. Both Iowa State, Baylor. She can hit a 3 when you need her to.
Oh my gosh.
This one, put it in here because this is the question, right? If she is going to be more of an on-the-ball player, can she create off the dribble? We saw she could get into the lane. Those first couple clips, not a problem getting to the lane off the dribble. Can she shoot off the dribble? We kind of struggle with that at the point guard position because that is probably where Bailey wasn't as comfortable. She hadn't done it as much. Can Denae do it? In this game, while I was watching, she just did it on the fly. It's not like I went and dug for this. This is an off-the-dribble 3.
Maggie Espen-Miller McGraw into the game, picks up her dribble. Denae Fritz.
Gives me some hope. Gives me some hope, you know? And now you're about to see a bunch of rebounding clips. The girl can rebound. I might be lying to you. This might be a pass, actually. JK. This is her ability as an on-ball player. She brings the ball up on that play. She goes off a screen. Now she gets it over to the top of the key. Something you might see if she gets to play that position for us. And this is one that you saw on the live, I think, or we've shown it to you before. If I'm making it up, I don't know. We've talked about it for so long.
Yeah.
She gets the ball off a rebound. Shocking. And she runs the offense. She starts the offense. Great ball handling, move it behind the back. You'll see she's very smooth and very under control in transition. Doesn't seem to turn it over a lot in those moments, which gives me hope, again, that she can handle that spot if we are able to put her there. Because that is where the team's ceiling is the highest. If you can get all these guards on the court at the same time, someone's got to take that role. This clip kind of gives you a glimpse that, like, she can handle that.
Yeah.
A little behind the back move here. Very pace. Easy. Hand it off. Get it back. Footwork. Rebound. It's what she does. And now
she said, "I'm not done yet," and then does it. She just Yep.
She goes and gets it. Actually, before I give you these quotes, this is a quote from Denae Fritz herself. She says, "To me, it's like who wants it more, me or the other person. I feel like when it comes to me or somebody else, I'm gonna go get it."
Yes, you are. Yes,
and you're about to see that. This is just a highlight reel of her rebounds back to back to back. She goes and gets the damn thing. I've never she is always around the ball. Watch her. She's off ball closest to your screen on this, and you'll see this on a couple of plays. She reads her teammates' shots so well. She knows how they're going to come off the rim. She knows where to be to have a chance, and then she just fights. She just goes and gets it. Her against somebody else, she's going to win, like she said.
Iowa State is shooting
I'll take that.
53%, one of the rare misses, and then
Again? You want me to get this? No big deal. I'll get that. Thank you. Watch her get the shit knocked out of her on that play. Gets pile drives into the station. And this one's between like 3 people. Like,
don't matter. Don't matter. Oh my gosh.
There's some defensive plays. And this is this clip right here. Baylor was kind of undersized, and she gets her minutes, whatever they were, but she got to play a lot in this game because he was a really impactful player defensively for them and was in the game late. And she's up against their forward in this. She's playing down low defense, and she locks this girl up in a very important moment in the game, a chance for them to beat this team and get them to the Sweet 16. And this shows her footwork and her ability to just battle her ass off down low, even if she's undersized at times. She's down low in the paint right there, wearing green. That girl has a few inches on her, as you can see. Unconcerned.
Here's Zach.
Yeah.
She gets a little double team help, but she's there on her.
Spins into a double team.
Forces the pass. So that girl
You ain't
got the
getting
ball
past.
at the top of the key and said,
You
"Oh,
ain't getting past her.
everybody get out my way. I'm gonna go do this." And Denae slowed her up. There's a lot of moments like that in that game that I could have clipped. But yeah, so that's kind of what you're getting in her, y'all. She's just a hooper, and in every game you watch. These are just from 2 or 3 games that you just kind of sit down and clip a few things from, and these are in big games. That's the Big 12 championship game last year that she made that in, that play in. Then you have the Big 12 semifinal of that same year against OU. That's what those clips are from. These are against good opponents. The other one's from Virginia Tech in the NCAA tournament, right? Number 4, Kansas State in this clip right here. She's doing that against this past year with Baylor. Like, she's doing this against good players. That's what I say when she's a Big 12 proven player. We don't have to worry about the speed of the game thing. It's more about chemistry and how she fits into the role as a primary ball handler. But as far as everything else, like, we're getting a hooper.
Yeah, I love it. We talk about her swagger, her energy, her toughness is so much fun to watch too. Like,
Unconcerned.
she got the shit knocked out of her, and like that. I think she was playing Kansas State. She got like hit checked, thrown into the first level of the stands, and she's like, "Let's go, I'm in. Yeah, I'm about to go get this rebound again, or whatever it is that she's doing. She's doing it all, and
she makes winning plays, and she hangs her hat on that for sure. And there was a story that I read about her, and I don't know if we put it in the story that's on our website or not, but she's another one of those players that just loves basketball. It talks about how her parents had to start making breakfast for them 15 minutes later every morning because they'd get up, and by the time she's like in 8th or 9th grade, she's getting up and going outside and getting buckets up before they go to school. And they're like, where the heck is Denae? Where the heck is Denae?
Oh my god!
And they have to go, yeah, like, and her breakfast is getting cold, so her parents just started making breakfast 15 minutes later to let her get her shots up. And they talk about how a lot of kids, you have to force them to into travel ball and like to give up their summers and go into travel ball and do all these things. And there's a quote from one of her parents. It's like, yeah, to be honest, jokingly, they said, Denae was more like, if you don't put me on a freaking travel ball team, I'm going to hate you for the rest of your life. Like, that was the quote. Like, that's how much she loves basketball and is a hooper. And that just fits right in with the personality of the people they're bringing in and others that are back. So she's going to be another fan favorite. You got a lot of options for fan favorites on this team. There's just not a way, in my opinion, if you truly love the game of basketball, that you can watch a game that Denae Fritz is on the court and not be like, I want to watch her play basketball more. Because she's all out all the time. And that's not just me saying it. Like I said, we found these cool tweets when we were researching her. So let's just read some of these off for you. We'll just go back and forth. Good. They're so hilarious. And I could have kept going for days. There was so many of them. It's going to be the same things that you guys listening are going to say about Denae Fritz as a Lady Raider. But this is just some tweets. I won't call out the people's names. I'll just read what they said. Sure. But first one says, Denae Fritz is the kind of player you love to have on your team because you'd hate to have her on any other team. It's so true. It's so true. I was like, this girl is annoying as shit. But also, I wish she would play for us when she was at Iowa State. That's exactly what she's one of those players you want on your team, but hate her if she's on the other team, and bring that energy all day.
Thank you. Yeah, let's do it in the red and black now. Next one, Denae Fritz is your favorite player's favorite player. I love that. The sayings, does all the little things and makes all the hustle plays, doesn't quite seem to encapsulate what she does in terms of doing the little things and making the hustle plays. We can't put it into words what she's doing out there is what I'm reading from that tweet.
Yeah, she's all go all the time, does the winning stuff. And this is probably my favorite one. Like, if I was Denae, like, I would print this out and put it on a bulletin board. Like, this is such a cool thing for someone to say about you. This one says, I want my daughters to play basketball like Denae Fritz.
Dude, and like this Lady Raider squad, every single home game, there are hundreds of kids that are like, I can't wait to play like Lady Raider, Denae Fritz. So.
Yeah, she's gonna
make sense.
Gonna love
Next one, Denae Fritz is fun as hell to watch play basketball. 100%
Period.
effort all the time. Yeah,
Period.
like those are 2 sentences.
Retweet.
Fun as hell.
Vouch. Fun as hell
Okay.
to watch play basketball.
I'm in. I like fun.
And this next one is one that all y'all are going to be saying, I want to have the swagger of Denae Fritz. We all want to. We can't. Like, I'm just going to break it to you right now. We can't. There's some fellow teammates of hers that can probably match up. None of us out here can match that swagger. You just can't. But it's fun to watch.
We'll
it's fun
try.
to dream about. It's good to have hope, y'all. It's good to have hope.
Fun as hell to watch. Next one is Denae Fritz is just a winning player. She's going to be really good in Ames the next few years. Well, we got a little typo in there.
Sorry about
that. Lubbock. But hey, story's still the same. Let's see what she can do.
That's clearly from a Cyclone fan. And then this last one, retweet all day. I'm going to steal their job here. But they said, if there was an official Denae Fritz fan club, I volunteer to be the chairman of the board. And
did
these
you not write that tweet?
I know, that might have been me.
She's like, somebody said
did I have a Cyclone burner account back in the day? I don't know. Maybe I did. But I've been low-key the chairman of the Denae Fritz fan club for a couple of years now. So now I get to do it without feeling guilty about it. And all of you guys are going to love her too. So she's, like I said, she has all the potential in the world. Give her some grace to get back in rhythm. But I hope she's here early in the year. In the summer, the chemistry, that's all it's going to come down to. But boy, have these coaches done a great job of bringing in versatile pieces.
Huge.
Big 12 proven pieces, Power 5 proven pieces, players with a lot of pedigree and a lot of talent. Now it's going to be about how they fit together chemistry-wise and how quickly they can come together as a team. But, I mean, you wanted more threats around Jazzy and Bailey. You wanted them at the guard position. Denae Fritz is a bucket when she gets it going, and I'm hopeful that she can get back that rhythm that she had, and whatever was happening in that Texas A&M scrimmage, the lore of that Texas A&M scrimmage that was out there. Yes. I hope she brings that to Lubbock, and she plays off of Jazzy and Bailey. That's a fun little group, and then you add in Ivana and Jada and everybody else they're bringing in.
It's amazing.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see it come together.
It is an exciting piece of the puzzle. So welcome, Denae Fritz. We are so stoked. We've been waiting for this moment for so long. So now getting to see it executed for our upcoming season is just another layer of excitement and what we get to watch witness this upcoming season. So Denae 80 Fritz.
80 Fritz.
And the 806.
I think as we said in the article, she was born in Iowa, she was raised in Tennessee, but by God, you're going to see it in November. She is absolutely West Texas tough at heart.
That's right.
80 Fritz has arrived. Swagger, toughness, fire, energy, bucket. Let's go. Welcome to Lubbock. Welcome to West Texas. We know you have it in you. Can't wait to watch you do your thing come November.
Let's go, baby. Wreck 'em.